Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about Nico Williams because Barcelona are keeping an eye on the Spanish youngster. And then as well, I'm going to be giving you an update in regards to Hansi Flick as there is, some updates on that front. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms. Everything's posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. But guys, let's get straight into it and let's talk about Nico Williams because Sport have given an update in regards to Nico Williams. Barcelona does not forget about Nico Williams. He remains high on the agenda in case Barca are able to make a move in the summer window. He is popular due to his profile and because he plays on the left wing. Nico has a 50 million release clause, which is attainable, but Barca need to return to the 1-to-1 rule first. Nico would be excited to join Barca, and he also has several good friends at Barca, but he would never force a way out of Athletic Club. Now, guys, I have thrown a lot at you, and I'm gonna break that down segment by segment. The first part is true. Barcelona, they are keeping an eye on Nico Williams, and that's specifically because of the type of profile that he is. Barcelona at this point in time, we are lacking a left winger. The only player who can realistically play in that position is either Ferran Torres or Joao Felix, but neither of the two players Barcelona is completely, satisfied with and says, "Hey, this is going to be our left winger for the future." No, and I think what would be the smart decision is to go for an actual left winger, and that's what Barcelona is doing. Just the thing is, Nico Williams, he does have a steep release clause at 50 million euros, and the situation that Barcelona is in right now, they're going to have to sell in order before being able to buy. And the last part of the report was basically mentioned Nico Williams' great relationship with some of the Barcelona players, and that is true. For example, he is good friends with Lamine Yamal, good friends with Pau Cubarsí, with Alejandro Balde, with Ansu Fati. A lot of Barcelona youngsters are very close with Nico Williams, and that could be another sort of angle that you can view this transfer. Having friends playing at Barcelona could entice Nico Williams to come to Barcelona. But the thing is, obviously, we have to sort the situation out with Athletic Club, see if we can be able to even afford that release clause. And as I said on previous videos, the whole situation for Barcelona is that we're going to have to sell before we are able to buy. And guys, I posed this question to you guys. What would you guys view our summer transfer week? Like, what signings would we have to do in order for you to view it as successful? Would you want Barcelona to go out for a left winger, to go out for a pivot? Would you say, hey, if we only get a top level pivot, for example, maybe Amadou Onana from Everton, that'd be a successful summer transfer window? Or would you say, for example, let's add Nico Williams and Amadou Onana, and that's successful season, and then that's Barcelona done in the transfer market? Or, for example, would you add more players? Would you say, hey, no, I don't think that's enough for the squad. We need a left back. We need to get Cancelo. We need Joao Felix in the squad as well. Would you be happy losing Joao Cancelo and Joao Felix? Maybe if that meant maybe you bring in Amadou Onana and you bring in Nico Williams from Athletic Club and Everton. Definitely let me know your thoughts on that situation. But now, guys, I want to be talking about Hansi Flick, as there are some movements in regards to the German manager. And Barcelona, right now, they have contacted Hansi Flick through his agent, Pina Zahavi. But, Laporta's idea is still to convince Xavi to stay. And Hansi Flick, at the moment, he's waiting for Barcelona to give them a call. And he's told Pina Zahavi to get a concrete offer from Barca, or else he'll start assessing offers from elsewhere. And some teams that are interested are teams, for example, like Liverpool, Manchester United, Chelsea, all teams in which their managers they are on the hot seat. But Jurgen Klopp, obviously, he is going to be leaving, and so Liverpool, they are in the market for a manager. And the situation with Hansi Flick is basically this: Laporta, he wants Xavi to stay. They're trying to pull all the stops, pulling all the measures to make sure that Xavi stays. But Xavi's decision hasn't changed. Xavi wants to leave at the end of the season. Even if we, for example, miraculously win the Champions League, he is not going to leave. Xavi has said this time and time again, he's not going to be changing his decision. And so Barcelona, step by step, they are, hearing out other managers and seeing if they would be willing to coach Barcelona. And Hansi Flick, he's waiting for the call from Barcelona. He's waiting for Barcelona to give Hansi Flick a concrete offer. But Barcelona, they're still a little bit hesitant on basically giving Hansi Flick the green light. But Barcelona, they are set to meet with Hansi Flick in the next coming days in order to discuss that a little bit more. Just seeing, hey, what would it take for Hansi Flick to coach Barcelona, and what will he need? But guys, that was it for the video for today. It was a relatively short Barcelona news roundup. There wasn't really much to discuss. We could have discussed maybe like Xavi's trying to sue some journalists, but I don't think that's relatively important. But guys, what do you guys make of Barcelona's interest in Nico Williams? Are you guys a fan of the player? Would you guys like to see him at the club? I personally think that Nico Williams at Barcelona would be a tremendous signing. I definitely think that he's underrated right now. He's definitely one of Spain's most impressive talents. And what do you guys make of Barcelona being a little bit hesitant on Hansi Flick, and Barcelona set to negotiate with Hansi Flick in these next coming days? But guys, definitely let me know your thoughts on everything that we discussed on today's video. And as always, guys, catch you guys all in the next video. Peace out, everyone.